keep me posted. Keep me posted. Keep me, oh my God, keep me posted. All right, thank you.
What was that all about?
Whoa, you'll never believe what I just heard.
What? We will never get to know until
That was one of our party guys from Edo State.
Okay.
He just said that people all over Edo State are calling in, making contributions for us to continue our campaign.
Hey. Well. All right, let's have got off the phone with the editor of the Daily Globe. Okay. He says people are calling the office, wanting to know how they can get in touch with us to make a contribution. Isn't that great? Oh, it is. I believe we're back in business, people. Yeah, we're back in business. Come on. They're not working on the speech now. Yeah, right.
The Students' Union president just called and said Boma has been invited to be a special guest of honor for their political seminar. My God, oh my goodness.
The blind stares of a million pairs of eyes looking hard but won't realize that they will never see. You're not serious about using this line, are you? What do you think this is, an Italian opera? Well, what? Look, the ramifications of political manipulation have a diabolical effect on the nation. Are you going to give your audience dictionaries to translate to? What?
It's good to have you back, boss.
Hello? Okay. All right. I just got another call.
Okay, tell us, what is it?
More people are calling in Edo State to make contributions. We are back on the road.
Wow, that's great.
And the advisor that said that he was not going to meet with us, he's now calling in to say, we'll meet with you whatever time you choose. This is awesome news. We are back. Great news. Come on. Yeah. My God.
Guess what, Daniel? I have an idea for a feature.
What is going to be now? You're feeling like an ace reporter now, aren't you?
I want to capture the whole inside story of this Godfather saga. I want to, get the story from the point of view of those who were directly involved in this, the Boma people team. I want to interview them and get to understand how this whole situation affected them.
That's a great idea. And, one thing is for sure.
Yeah.
I am glad we are staying.
All right, get your camera. We've got work to do.
Okay, it seems like they kicked off in high gear.
So much for Umar being the man of the people.
We have to prepare to face him.
I hope he takes it in his stride, though.
That's why we need to work double time. Come on, everyone, the heat is on.
All right.
Okay, go.
For many years in Nigeria, politics has been about the movement of Ghana must go bags. It's been about a few worthy individuals and their games. But today, I have seen a politician remind us all that in the long run, Vox Populi, Vox Deo, the voice of the people is indeed the voice of God. A woman is still running for the presidency of Nigeria, not because she has several millions of naira, but because she has the support of the people. In the long run, when the people speak, they speak the loudest. The system of democracy is not near perfection, but for now, it is our best and only option.
Okay, the 5-minute break is over. So anyone got any bright idea while we were resting?
I think it's still the rally I see in my head.
How many undergraduates do you know would attend a political rally?
How many undergraduates do you know would vote after attending a political rally?
So what you are saying is there's no need reaching the students?
No, we just need to find that extra vibe to attract them.
Then go ahead, do it. Do it. I want every university undergraduate voting for Umar Badum.
I never knew I still had the dance in me.
Well, that clearly depends on your definition of the word.
Whatever. Nobody in your position can match that.
Match Boma doing the jiggy on national news?
Sheil, I insist if you're interested in keeping your job.
Boma pays us to tell her the truth.
And what is the truth?
That your dancing isn't what it used to be. Possibly age and other factors have come into play.
But she dances better than Vo.
Anybody dances better than Vo.
That is refreshing to know. I'll pass the information to her. Anyway, I hope I made better progress campaigning than dancing.
You kidding? The students love you. You're Boma, the woman of the youth.
Let's hope they're voting for me.
They will. Why not?
Charisma. Charisma is not putting on a pair of jeans and cavorting with the students. Umar has charisma. Boma people dance is plain and simple.
Let's stick to constructive action. Someone tell me how I'm going to link up with those university students as a presidential candidate. And I want that done right away.
Well, I already have some things I'm working on, but it's going to cost us money to facilitate.
Just come up with the ideas and we'll take it up from there. Do it today.
Okay, Umar Badoon. Our educational sector in the last decade or more has suffered a gradual demise, and we can comfortably say that education system is in shambles.
That's a rather morbid way of putting it.
If you come into power, what do you intend doing about the educational sector?
Education is not a flag you put at your doorpost for people to see. Neither is it the acquiring of a certificate. Education is a process of developing the mind for the acquisition of skills and positive attitudes. Over the decades, education has degenerated to handing over of certificates without acquisition of education. And this ultimately leads to disgrace, death, and defeat.
That's more than 50 seconds to talk, and you've not hit the nail on the head.
Am I the only one saying this?
Approach. The approach. You took it up from the wrong angle.
Okay, time out. I think we need to let Umar rest.
I'm fine.
Umar, you don't want to overstretch yourself now.
Listen, in 8 days, I have presidential election. And in the next 3 days, I'm going to have national debate. I think I'm prepared to handle this stretch. Okay? Shoot.
Wait. I've worked with Umar for how long? 2 years? I know when he's uncomfortable.
No.
Umar needs to have some rest.
No, we need to take it from the top. He'll get comfortable as we go along, okay?
Always sit and listen to me.
Can someone trust me to come up with an intelligent blend of rhetoric and fact?
Any news?
Yes.
Why are we whispering?
Because we don't know who's listening. McCarthy and McCarthy were able to trace the missing money to an account in England. And through the account, they were able to get the missing accountant.
Good. They caught the few.
They was trying to transfer the money to another account.
So why are we still whispering about it?
The account is in the name of Farida Abdulkadri. Farida is Umar's daughter's name.
And Abdulkadri is Umar's father's name. I know.
See? Someone's trying to be funny, and it isn't funny.
Education is the right of every Nigerian, and every Nigerian is entitled to education. My government will give free education to the secondary school level. But you know, education is more than just schools. It involves teaching our children about our past glory, our history, our roots.
Who would try to do something like this?
Many possibilities, but whichever way, it doesn't look good for us.
The goal of my government is very, very simple. Educate every Nigerian, because education is the right of every Nigerian. It is to protect this right that we will build more schools, we will pay teachers better salary, and offer free education from the primary up to secondary school level.
That was Alice.
Alice spends a couple of hours away and she's agitated already.
She says Falade has agreed to show up for the debate.
Meaning they're now 3 of you slugging it out.
You know what they say, the more the
scarier.
Nonsense. Boma People is ever ready to tell the world what she has in store for Nigeria. If I can't take on all the candidates in a debate, then am I worthy of being president?
She also said that money is still coming in from supporters around the country.
Another way of saying there are more thank you letters to sign.
That's one chore I'll be glad to perform any day.
You're right.
Well, yes, we need to be campaigning, and our party people are still doing that all over the nation. But now my team and I need to keep our minds on the forthcoming debate. It could make or break us. So right now, we've turned this hotel room into a debate camp. And for the next few hours, we're doing nothing else but prepping for the debate. And after weeks and months of being on the campaign trail from city to city, I can't say that I regret having a little peace and quiet, even if it has affected me.
I came up with the design for a booklet for Umar. It's funky, stylish, and I'm sure it will work with the students for voting.
Interesting.
Yeah. It will put Umar's policies in it. It's simple, it's accessible, The language is aimed at today's students.
I'm impressed.
Well, if we start printing and circulating them, we'll be able to share them to as many students as we need to get them to.
Nice.
What's the problem?
How much will it cost?
Well, I drew up an estimate.
Well, where am I supposed to get this kind of money?
I want you to be expensive.
Shegun, right now we have to prioritize.
No news on the missing accountant?
No, nothing new.
That means the accounts are still frozen. The guy had better show up.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, the debate between Boma Pepple and Umar Badoon is about to begin.
Repeat the word welfare 3 times.
Welfare, welfare, welfare. Please, what is the relevance of this exercise?
Umar constantly avoids the word welfare in respect to his benefit program.
You have to stress the word over and over again into people's heads. Drum it into their heads and tell them that Umar intends to take their tax money and give it to people who are lazy and have no desire to work whatsoever.
Exactly. And show that our policy in comparison is aimed at rewarding hard work.
Umar will most likely recover afterwards and give his policy in detail, how he intends to implement it. But you would have given the first word, and that's what people will remember.
Keep your words simple and your image down to earth. A simple-minded grassroots woman who is going out there to represent all of us. Good?
No, I think we could do with a little flamboyancy for a change. Come on, she's the only woman in the debate. She just has to stand out.
By using big words?
No, by being herself.
Don't mind me. Just go ahead, don't mind me. I'm just a presidential candidate.
Please, can we keep with the image we have built for our candidates? Boma, in all you do and say on that stage, keep in mind that you have the same status quo with the people present.
Yes, let them come close to you and identify that you know and understand where they are coming from.
Okay. Enough of this last-minute prepping, okay? We've got just 10 minutes before we run through all this. Is Umar ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Umar Badoon.
What happened? Did he have a sex change?
Umar Badoon, you're welcome to the debate. You're in for a tough time.
Small-scale farming industry can't feed Nigeria, can't keep the agricultural sector alive. Large-scale farming is where we need to be.
Yes, but not every farmer can afford a tractor. What about a guy in the village with a hoe and a cutlass? What about him?
I think what this nation needs is to focus on industrial farming. Industrial farming will, 1, increase the nation's GDP. 2, it will increase our export. We need to build, food chains into massive viable industry.
That works very well for the big companies and the government. What about the guy on the street? Do this and the small farmer in the village will disappear and start working for the big man farmer. Then you start the typical circle. The rich getting richer and throwing the crumbs to the poor.
You're actually beginning to sound like Boma Pepple.
I am Boma Pepple. Would you stop distracting me?
Miss Boma Pepple.
Yes.
The man on the street gets a job through that company that runs mechanized farming. I'm talking about partnership here. The local farmer gets a better standard of living from the government that is enriched by exporting the produce. It's a multiplier effect.
That's what we take to Umar, multiplier effect.
And if Boma Pepple says Umar stance on agriculture keeps the vast majority in a certain social position with no room for development?
Then we say the small-scale farmer of today has nowhere to go from where he is. With no money or improvement, the small-scale farmer is left with no choice.
No choice but to continue in the circle.
And we are offering the small-scale farmer of today an opportunity to invest in a more productive form of agriculture.
Not bad, Mr. Kaka.
Beautiful. Any other news on the other 2 candidates?
No, nothing so far. I've just learned that Falade is trying to handpick the moderator for the debate. Can you imagine?
Imagine that.
No wonder he was bold enough to show up for the debate in the first place.
He probably hopes that this will give him some measure of control over the questions he's asked.
I'll call the broadcasting organization and inform them about this rubbish.
I'm already on it.
Oh, good. Great.
You know something?
What do you mean?
I saw the both of you, you and Bello. The both of you know something and you're keeping it from the rest of us.
Okay, I know something.
Tell me.
The accountant has been found. The money was lodged in an account opened in Umar's daughter's name.
Farida?
We think someone is trying to frame Umar.
Does he know?
No.
When do you figure out would be the best time to tell him?
He has to concentrate on the debate.
It'll be worse if he finds out in the newspapers.
Umar, we have a solution for agriculture.
Stop. I'm curious. I mean, when were you planning on telling me? right over mine. I am sure that as with anything else in the campaign team, the press will find out sooner or later.
I'm sorry for keeping it from you. It was done out of concern for your welfare.
The only concern you should have is for your nation.
I felt the last thing you wanted to hear was that someone wanted to frame you for the party's financial problem.
You should have allowed me to make that decision for myself.
So, how did you find out?
I didn't find out. You just told me.
What do you expect the people of Nigeria to do while they're waiting for your employment projects? What do you expect the people of Nigeria to feed on while they're waiting to be given jobs?
I thought you were on my side.
Well, I am Umar Badung.
Well, I don't want you to be Umar Badung again. I want you to be yourself.
Please, Mrs. Boma Pepple, could you concentrate on the job at hand, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
I think you need to see this. Look at that.
If anybody is trying to deceive the public, definitely it is Boma Pepple, who obviously wants to fool the uneducated people by her party's thumb-up sign. Come to think of it, why should she associate her party symbol with the very thumb that people are expected to use to vote? Tell me. Eh?
I think we need to take a break. We'll continue this in the evening.
At this rate, we can get this done. Really, I didn't expect any better from him. What are we going to do about this issue?
Yomi, how's the awareness plan coming?
Well, I've planned for a couple of local dramatic shows and jingles. I mean, to help the people differentiate between the symbols. If it's not thumbs up, then it's not the same thing as thumbs up.
Exactly.
Well, I'll leave you to handle it, while I concentrate on the debate.
The Commission for Financial Crimes, CFC, has released information that implicates presidential candidate Umar Badung in the financial scandal currently rocking his campaign.
The account in London was opened in the name of Farida Abdulkadir, which happens to be Umar Badung's daughter.
Unbelievable.
Where is Yomi? Okay, Yomi, we need to spin this to our advantage. Okay?
We can check this in at Umar during the debate when we're talking about our anti-corruption stand.
We're not going to do that. I don't believe in kicking a man when he's down.
Please, Boma, don't get moralistic on me now.
A debate is about issues, not rumors or scandals, okay? Okay, now, let's get back to work. Alice, I hope you're ready to continue the battle of the wits.
Sure, Boma Pepple, I'm ready to fry you.
Oh, easy on you.
Before we took a short break, due to unavoidable technicalities, presidential candidate Boma Pepple was giving us, was talking about unity. So.
Thank you, moderator. I have a problem with Umar Badung's stance on unity as a step towards the healing of Nigeria. It is true that the unified nation survives better and is stronger. But when the people are hungry, they don't want to listen to some lofty speech about unity. When people are fed and employed, then they're in a better frame of mind to understand and appreciate these ideas of unity. What causes violence in a society? Some well-to-do elements who pay the poor man to cause violence. But when that poor man is employed and can feed his children, send them to school, then he won't want to risk his life, you know, causing violence just for a pittance. Therefore, the problem is solved.
On the contrary, peace and unity is what should be the first port of call. If one can foster a state of mind of one Nigeria, through education, through media, through community leader, you would have a nation that thinks and feels as one. A nation that believes in the same goal and identifies with one another, or with each other. Some of the greatest nations in the world are where they are because of the propagation of that idea. Even when you create a vibrant economy, we'll still have an economy that thinks only of self, of family, and of tribe, even before thinking of the nation. And that is not the kind of nation that I intend to create. If this information is properly disseminated, it will be as powerful
as a well-paying job to inspire the average Nigerian to desist from corruption, to desist from tribal and religious suspicion and violence. It would even be more powerful because a lot of people are well-paid, they are well-fed, and are yet still very corrupt. The problem lies greatly here, and that is what we need to tackle.
I thought you were my campaign manager.